go. Borderlands 2. Ah, yes. Both of us. This is definitely on our short list of most anticipated games of 2012, and we got to play it, both of us together, co-op.
I was Salvador.
I was Salvador as well in the first round.
Did you play Maya a little bit?
I did play as Maya a little bit. We did not get a chance to play. What is the bandit's not a character? That's just one of the new bandits, I think.
No, but he looks badass.
Look at that stuff.
I love it.
Oh God. Yeah. So we got to check out 2 of the new characters: the Gunzerker and the Siren. And take them around a couple of the new areas of Pandora that we'll be seeing in the sequel.
And it was amazing.
Completely and totally amazing. New weapons that are just as cool as the old weapons, if not cooler. One of my characters had a gun, like a pistol, and when it ran out of ammo, he just threw it at the monsters and it exploded.
Yeah, and then it'll explode.
Yeah, and then you can even throw it even if you don't run out of ammo and hope that like you kill more enemies with it. So there's like almost like using guns as grenades technique to some of the weaponry now, depending on what you pick up. There's a lot of more color and vibrancy to the environment.
I noticed that as well. It just everything popped more. It wasn't a lot of browns and grays. There was just so much more color. Kind of like the I can't remember the DLC for it, but the zombie DLC that came out for
Zombie Island
Borderlands
of
1.
Dr. Ned.
Yes, that was awesome too because that was finally a lot of color in Borderlands.
Yeah, there was a lot more just like purples and greens. It was almost like Mardi Gras. One of the levels we went through was like this zoo on Pandora that had been taken over by Handsome Jack.
Yeah,
Handsome Jack is the main protagonist.
And he had all
of
these
the
big mechs.
Or antagonist, rather.
And robots.
Giant robots. And Rachel like went on ahead and ditched me and killed a bunch of stuff without me like a jerk.
I was looting.
Yeah. Oh, man. But, yeah, I mean, after playing Borderlands 2, I've been going back and playing more Borderlands 1.
Me too. I was just playing it yesterday.
Dude, we totally got to
a whole new character.
We totally got to start up. I just got to level 69 with my hunter, and I'm trying to complete all the achievements. I used to have 100% achievement completion on Borderlands, but then the DLC came out. But yeah, that is how awesome Borderlands 2 is. Like, I am jonesing for this game so bad after playing it. I have to go back to Borderlands 1 just to get my fix.
A Borderlands fix, exactly.
Yes, this is first-person shooter smack. That is what Borderlands 2 is.
Well, it marries FPS with RPG just perfectly.
Yeah.
It's such a great combination of both types.
It's everything that people like about both genres in a package that I actually want to play. Like, if World of Warcraft were like Borderlands, I would play World of Warcraft.
Yeah, but sadly it's not.
No, I'm really grateful it's not. But the new characters, the Gunzerker, dual wielding weapons is his special ability, so he can do things like whip out a rocket launcher and a submachine gun at the same time and blow up enemies. He does have a limited time frame for how long you can use it, which is kind of a cool power. But I mean, like in the last game, it seemed like you had things that were a little more outside of the ordinary, like the Bloodwing Falcon, the turret.
And then I just started a Berserker character for the first time. I usually played Soldier, so my character like goes on this crazy mad punching spree. He just goes beating things up.
Yeah, which I guess is like, I guess the Gunzerker makes more sense than the Berserker, though.
Right.
As far as the Borderlands universe is concerned, since the game is all about shooting guns, having a character whose ability is punching stuff just kind of like makes the game fall flat in just that one area a little bit. But yeah, really quick before we go on to the interview, the Siren, the new character, the Siren, I just want to talk about her because I actually played her because Rachel didn't want to.
I was happy with Salvador. I didn't need to try anything else.
Dude, she pulls like evil tentacles out of portals and crushes enemies with them. Like she's like the evil master of like hentai porn or some crap like that. Yeah, no, totally awesome character. It was actually a lot more aggressive than I thought it would be, and a lot of fun to play with. But on top of playing the game, Rachel, you actually had a chance to talk with some of the folks behind it.
I did. I got to interview some of the guys that actually worked on the game.
So why don't we roll that, gentlemen? This is my we're going to roll a video thing that I do.
Hey guys, this is Rachel. I'm here with Jason, who is the lead level designer, and Paul, who is creative director on Borderlands 2. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Oh my gosh, Borderlands 2. What are some of the things you really needed to change in this game, but still keep that Borderlands feel?
There wasn't a lot of changing, there was a lot of polishing. There was a lot of taking all the feedback that we got from the forums, from all the people around, and just making a to-do list and going down the list and knocking down all of it. You know, like we're really trying to hit everything and turning it into a much more polished game.
When putting the levels together, what made you want to go a little bit further than just desert and destroyedness?
That was definitely one of the ones that we got on the feedback. I mean, Pandora is a huge place, and we only showed a very small portion of it in the first game, and so we were just like, let's give them a full view of what Pandora really has to offer in this whole experience. And so we're taking you to grasslands, the snowy, the top of the dam. We have interiors. We have this huge cavern that's in the demo that we're going to show off. It's really awesome.
What would you say are some of the things about Borderlands 1, creatively speaking, that you think has to be in Borderlands 2?
Well, one of our big focuses was to get a lot more storytelling in the game. We had a good foundation, and people really responded to the game, but they wanted more. They wanted more than what we were able to give them in the first time. So we've just gone really above and beyond in expanding our world, expanding our universe, and we're going to tell a really awesome story this time.
Can you go into a little bit of detail of the story, like what's going on in Pandora now?
Sure. It's about 5 years after the opening of the vault, and this alien element has started to emerge on the planet from the opening of the vault called iridium. And Handsome Jack, the owner of the Hyperion Corporation, has brought all of his power to bear to take advantage of this new element. And so the player is going to be dealing with a lot of Hyperion influence, Handsome Jack, and he's going to have to team up with the Vault Hunters from the first game in order to stop him.
Did you guys ever see like the first Borderlands really blowing up the way it did? Because it kind of came out under the radar, right? And then all of a sudden we were all just like, oh, this game's amazing.
Oh, it's been great. What's really great about that is we got it finished up, and we're like, man, I hope they respond well to this, because we love working on this. We have so much fun working on Borderlands 2. It's been my favorite project to work on at the company, and it's just a blast. So the fact that it was all word of mouth too, that it's slowly spread, it's just been great, because it's just a lot of positive.
Can you touch on some of the new characters?
Sure. We have 4 new character classes for the players to explore and enjoy. We have the Gunzerker Salvador. We have the Siren Maya. We have an assassin named Zero, and we have a commando named Axton. And they all have all new gameplay, including the Siren. She has all new abilities. Everyone's brand new skill trees and a lot to explore.
During the demo, we saw that a lot of the enemies were getting wounded, but not completely down and out. Can you talk about a little bit more about that?
Yeah, we've done a lot of work on our AI for Borderlands 2. That was one of the things that fans were looking for. So our monsters have different levels, like their health comes across in the way they look and feel during the course of play. So in the case of our loaders, the robotic enemies, when they get to a certain level of damage, they'll display a sort of repair icon, holographic repair icon, and that actually calls in some of the other robots to come in and repair them. So you can blow off their limbs, but if you're not careful, they'll get that back and come right back at you.
So a lot of the characters.
All right, and there you go. So if you want to check out more of that interview, you should go to our YouTube's channel, youtube.com/WeekingGlassHomeTV. Not Weekend Geek. We don't have our own YouTube channel, but we fly under the Glass Home banner like brave little video game pirates on the seas of the internet.
Video game pirates.
Yo ho, yo ho, a pirate's life for me.
Yeah,
yeah, that's what we do. All right. Hey, Disney.
So we're taking any questions you guys have about what we checked out in Borderlands 2. I know we did get one from JK who asked if all characters could dual wield.
No, just the Gunzerker. It's his special ability. It'll be done for a limited time, and then once the timer runs out, you're back to one gun. But you can do some serious damage in that brief amount of time. They actually give you a pretty decent amount of time with the ability.
Oh yeah, well they started us off with a lot of skill points that we could play around with and kind of put it in certain places and everything.
Customize our character like we would in a real game of Borderlands.
They gave us a great loadout of guns to choose from. Like I think several from different types of guns and.
Yeah, we pretty much had like 2 or 3 pre-made loadouts that we could take, and all the guns were randomized. So like no matter who we picked, we got a different experience. Yeah. Just like you will whenever you play a game like Borderlands.
And
below.
I also think we had one from Magnus, was that right? Malgus, who asks, what did we play of the story, and do we think it's going to be better this time around?
Well, we can't talk too much about the story, but one thing we can say is people now talk to you instead of you having to read text. Like, that was a big thing, and it always is in games. Like, let's just face it, you play any sort of RPG, and you get all these side quests, you usually don't read any of the crap in between, right?
I didn't think the story was that bad in the first one, though. I mean, I really like a lot of the dialogue and stuff going on because it's kind of humorous, you know? Like,
Yeah.
It's funny.
It was funny, but like if you didn't read the dialogue in order to understand what they were saying, like some of it gets lost. Like a lot of the plot gets lost in that. So yeah.
We played one mission where it had to do with were we going to turn in or tell somebody about some nudie pictures.